I have been looking everywhere for these. Kind of frozen, but they'll be all right. So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It is Christmas cookie season here. Melissa volunteered me to make some cookies for a Christmas party for the table settings. These are red oak. They came from over at the neighbors. This tree died of oak wilt, but it will work well for what she's wanting. Now, before I've cut these on the sawmill, I'll cut like 2 or 3 foot tall rounds and put them on the mill this way and cut them with the mill. Does a little bit nicer job, but these came out all right for a one-time use. I always cut a few extras because always a few of them will crack. And if you're ever doing this, get roped into this kind of deal, make sure you cut them like the day before. You don't want to cut them a week or 2 weeks before and leave them inside your garage or something, because they will split, but they'll be all right. But that's not what today's video is about. We have to go up and get a tree off the deck of the house. The other day we had some very strong winds, probably 40, 50 mile an hour gusts, and we had a big maple tree, boom, right across the deck. Now Levi and I were inside the building, and you can't hear real well in there, you know, what's going on outside. It's insulated very well, and we heard a huge crash. So we go running outside, and we discovered a tree landed across the deck of the house. Now, fortunately, no one was hurt, so it's not a big deal. Piper, the one dog, she headed to Hunter's room. Archie was standing at the door just barking like crazy. The puppy, he couldn't have cared less, and neither could Hunter. But fortunately, like I said, no one was outside when the tree went down. That happens sometimes when you have trees close to your house. I did discover, though, that that tree was dead. I probably should have taken it down before. It had recently died. Actually, part of the tree was still alive. I remember we had leaves on it this year, but it broke right off and did some damage to the deck. I don't think there's any structural damage, but I need to get under and check it out. Busted the railing off, screwed up the bench, and the other night I got everything cleaned off the deck pretty much so we could get out of the house. But right now I'm going to hop on the excavator, take it up there, and we'll lift the rest of it off the deck, and then we'll kind of assess the damage. It's nice and frozen this morning, although it's going to warm up to about 40 today. So we'll go up there. I'll take the trail around that way and come in the backside of the house. It also took out a section of the fence. You'll see that here in a minute as well. All right, we're coming up the trail here behind the house. I've mentioned numerous times before, at some point, I need to get rid of this section of trail right here and take it right below the fence up there. Take this steep part out of here. It's no big deal on a day like today, but when there's a bunch of snow on the ground and you're carrying logs out of the woods, it's a little bit sketchy at times. All right, so here's what's left on the deck right now. You can see it broke the railing off right there. I don't think there's any more damage than that. On this section right here, it kind of cantilevers out over. You know, here's my beam over here. Coming across in the excavator, it looked like the deck was still flat and everything. Once we get the tree off, though, I'll go underneath and check it all out. I think what I'll do is go down to the wood yard, get the sidekick. I got my saws in there. Maybe take a few of these small limbs off and then just lift the rest of it off with the excavator. I don't think I can hurt much more. That section of railing right there, it's all busted off. I don't know. We'll see. Now, I did call my insurance man the other day. He's a good guy. I explained to him what happened, but I don't think I'm going to turn this in unless I find some serious damage. I have a $1,000 deductible on my homeowners. Now I know, you know, if I'd call a tree service, had them come out, clean up all this stuff and get prices from a deck contractor, it would be much more than $1,000. But to be honest, I'd rather just fix it myself and not deal with all the phone calls and people coming out. This is everything that I cut off the deck, you know, that was blocking the door to the house. We'll get this cleaned up the next day or two. Archie loves this. He can come right down the deck, grab a stick, he's good to go. But it also took out this dogwood tree. Now this tree was struggling for years, but everything that was left on top, it was all broken off when that maple came down on it. It's at the bottom of this pile here somewhere. But anyway, I'll go down and get the sidekick and we'll get that thing off the deck. Yeah, from up here you can see where it hit. This whole section of railing needs replaced. Band board down there. That built-in bench over there, it's broken up a little bit, but not too bad. Yeah. Boy, that's kind of wedged in there. When I cut it off the stump there, it pulled the rest of this railing off, but that's fine. It needs to come off anyway. I don't know. We're going to see what happens here. I think we're going to do a little bit more damage to the deck. I'm hoping this limb right here holds it. You know, the whole tree. Got to back up a little. I think the deck's fine, just needs a railing. It'll make it much easier to shovel snow. Right off the edge of the deck there.
Yeah, I can also see my dogs practicing their dock diving.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get her fixed up. You want to go look at the cookies that I made you?
I do. Thank you. I hope you did what I needed. Oh, yes. Ah, very nice. You did.
I cut
Good
you
work.
a few extras, and I tried to get the bark off most of them, but what's left will come right off.
Yeah. Okay. Bark's okay, but yeah,
I just
that's
figured
very
you
nice.
didn't want bark falling off on the table.
No, and you know what? We're going to put some greenery with some holly branches and maybe some other Christmas tree branches. We'll see, with a couple little cranberries. It's always a nice decoration to have, especially in the winter. You're kind of limited. There's not a lot of beautiful flowers blooming, and you want everyone to have that same Christmas feeling of, you know, evergreen branches and
Just when
wood
you're
slabs. And
when you're done, bring them home, and I'll throw them right in a wood burner. Make some good heat right there.
what a guy. We had these before for someone, and they didn't need them. And Mike, you put them on.
Yeah, I put them on Facebook Marketplace, like free.
It was like.
These women, we were beating them off with sticks.
It was like you said, free cookies, meaning real cookies, because they were.
It's like you're giving
up.
away $100 bills. Seriously.
Yeah.
Actually, those are the ones we used for Hannah's wedding, I think. And then we had them left over.
Okay.
And then I just gave them away, and they went crazy.
Yeah. I'm famous for dragging something to the end of our driveway and saying free.
Oh, yeah.
So I did that with some others I found in the garage that here, free. They were gone, you know. Let's see if I can drag some other stuff out there.
All right, it's now Saturday morning, and I'm coming to you from the property in West Virginia. I came down here yesterday after lunch and did some hunting, and it was a beautiful afternoon. Real peaceful, real calm. I saw, what'd I see? 8 doe, no buck yesterday, but it's just a really, really nice day. Today is quite the opposite of that. Matter of fact, it's a bit terrifying being out there in the woods right now. We had some real strong winds this morning, a bunch of rain, but the wind is starting to die down right now, so I'm going to go for a little hike here. I have a couple goals for today. Number 1, I need to check my trail cameras down here. Number 2, Melissa wants a Christmas tree from here on the property. I told her it's going to be a Charlie Brown looking tree, and she's okay with that. So I think when I'm done, we'll drive over to the other road where all the white pines are and come in from that way, and I'll get a little tree, maybe a 6-footer. And then after that, we're going to drive over to Deep Creek, Maryland. I talked to Danny from Tri-State Gazebo, and they have the same cabin that we are going to be getting in the spring for this property on display down there. It's the 28-footer. So while I'm in the area, I want to check that out, and then we'll head home. But anyway, right now I'm going to get suited up here. Like I said, the wind is starting to die down. You're actually pretty safe out here in the woods. These pines are pretty resilient when you're back in the middle of them. They kind of protect one another, I guess you could say. But there's not a lot of down trees or limbs down here. But I'm telling you, this morning when I pulled in, these things were howling in here. But it's definitely a lot better right now. All right, we're going to head out through this way. There's a little rise that goes up there about, I don't know, 150 yards out there is my first camera. And it's actually been one of the best. I always get deer pictures on that one. Yeah, right up here on this knoll. Camera's on that tree right there. Okay, we're down at the edge of the white pines now. Doesn't get a lot of sunlight down in here. All right, just got back to the truck. We're gonna take a little ride. We'll grab a Christmas tree on the other side of the property. Didn't get a deer, did see some though, so that's good. But after we get the tree, we'll go check out that cabin at Tri-State Gazebo. Really like this circle drive we put in here. This is nice. All right, we'll come down here to the corner, hang a left, and there's a power line that runs through here. That's where you find the little white pine trees. Wherever there's an opening, they'll start to grow. So we don't own this piece right on the corner here, but we'll go down this road about 500 feet and our property line starts again down that way. All right, got some little ones here right along the road. Definitely Charlie Brown tree. All right, we're at Tri-State Gazebo now, and actually the one that I was looking for is already gone. But this one is similar to the one we're getting. The one we're getting is a little bit longer, and it has dormers on both sides. You guys already seen this one before. The dormers upstairs, they make all the difference in the world. That's why we're getting one on both sides of ours. It gives you so much more room up there. But anyway, the battery's dead on my other camera. I'm actually using my phone now, but it works pretty good. But I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.